Welcome back to London Under 30. In this story, we bridge the gap between filmmaking and neuroscience.
Who knew the two had anything in common?
Well, one student saw the potential to bring together his two passions.
Brian Moskowitz has more.
We're here at the home of Josh Litman, a student at the University of Western Ontario and a local filmmaker. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you.
So, how did you first become interested in making films?
Oh, I guess it originally started with acting. In grade 6, I think it was my first play. It was Theseus in Midsummer Night's Dream. And I remember thinking at the time when I was acting in this thing, Theseus isn't a very big role. But then people at the end, they said to me, "Josh, your performance was great. You really stood out." And it's kind of when I learned that the quality of something is a lot more important than quantity. And it's kind of one of the first big things I learned from this passion. And eventually, acting I realized I can't do as much with acting. And that's, I guess, when I really started wanting to make films. You can have kind of all the control behind the set. You get to say how everything goes, right? And acting kind of became a lot less significant.
When did you make your first film?
My first official film, I would say, was just this past summer. It was called Hot Wings, and we shot this film about a guy who eats suicide wings and dies. It's kind of this really darkly humorous film. I also work on a web-based TV show that it's actually been on Rogers before a bunch of times, and it was started by a friend of mine. His name is Patrick Barfoot. In fact, this friend of mine and I, we do a lot of things together. I like working with other people. I think you produce the best stuff when you work with others.
So learning about these different tools and the different process that goes on, you didn't get that through school, even though you are a student at the University of Western Ontario.
That's right. Yeah, no, this is completely just a passion of mine, I guess on the side at the moment. In school, I'm doing an honors specialization in developmental cognitive neuroscience. I had co-directed a play, The Importance of Being Earnest, for Theatre Western. And my thesis advisor just found out about this. He was like, "You do what?" This is generally the reaction I get. You directed a play?
Right.
These two things seem so disparate. Lately, I've been trying to think, how can I bring these two things together, actually? And I've come up with a film concept lately.
What is it about?
The concept I came up with is, we have let's say it follows a neuroscientist, and he's conducting research on relationships. And maybe he's got some sort of tumultuous relationship at home. But he's conducting this research on relationships maybe using fMRI, which is functional magnetic resonance imaging. It's this scanner that takes pictures of your brain. And, he's running participants. But before he does this, he runs himself as a participant for some sort of preliminary study. And he accidentally finds, through brain scans, cancer in his brain, a tumor or something like that. And this kind of kickstarts the story, and he has to deal with this using the knowledge. He's got this knowledge of the brain and mind, right? And he has to learn how to fight this thing. My father has cancer. He's been fighting it for almost a couple of years now. And it's a very aggressive form. I guess I've experienced a lot with him through this process. I don't know. I see film not just as entertainment, but as a form of education as well, and a way of informing the public about various things. And the fact that I know things about the brain, about neuroscience, about cancer, I guess that gives me, a special place to be able to show people these things through the medium of film.
Well, may you have much success with your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're speaking with Josh Litman, a local filmmaker and student at the University of Western Ontario. For London Under 30, I'm Brian Moskowitz.
That's all for this week's episode of London Under 30. I'm Elvis Anber.
And I'm Amanda Grant. Thanks for watching.